What the hell's happened to Martinelli? I have no idea that the player that I saw all those years ago that came off the bench, looked extremely electric, who was driving towards goal, that wanted to be as direct as possible and try and score on any opportunity, now has turned into this touchline winger who can barely get past the player. I have no idea what the hell happened to him. Is it tactics? Is it the system? Is it injuries? Is it all of the above? What the hell's happened to Martinelli, and where do we go from here? Now, a lot of Arsenal fans have literally turned Martinelli into the next scapegoat. Whenever Martinelli has a poor performance, people are going to look at him, and you can already see the discourse of it on social media. People urging Martinelli to leave the club and go Saudi Arabia or go somewhere else. And to be honest with you, it's sad to see, because it's not something that I would like to see, especially with players that I've been fond with over the last couple of years. But unfortunately, it's gotten to this point because a lot of people are fed up with Martinelli. He's had many opportunities, he's had so many chances in the starting lineup, but he hasn't taken his full opportunity. I mean, in the 22-23 season, he was superb, scored 15 goals in the Premier League, but since then, he's never kicked on. He's barely been able to score over 10 goals a season, and that is very damning, especially for a player who is coming up to his 24th, 25th birthday now. He needs to be hitting his prime, and you can argue injuries. He's had major injuries, especially at the start of his career, and he's also had, after his injury against Wolves in the 2023 season, he just hasn't really looked the same. And especially this transfer window, people are expecting him to move on so we could get a winger, and that was what Arsenal are banking on, but Arsenal haven't been able to do that because no one had wanted to pay a big enough price for Gabriel Martinelli, especially when I'm seeing other players like Nicholas Jackson go for damn near 60-70 million pounds. It's crazy how Arsenal are just so incapable of selling. It's really bad. However, with Martinelli, we just need to see what happens this season. This is the last chance saloon for him. If it doesn't work out this season, then people are literally going to hound him out. I think PSP fans are already hounding him out at this point, but he just needs to get goals and shut people up, and he needs to start dribbling past players. I mean, when we saw it against Liverpool, when he was going against Connor Bradley or whoever the hell the right back was, he just couldn't keep his head up, and whenever Gyökeres was making runs, he just didn't let the ball go fast enough, and he always does this thing where he keeps his head down like a chicken. Let's just be honest, let's just call it how it is. He always keeps his head down. It's very annoying, and you'd think after all these years, like, you should be able to dribble past players, but he just doesn't do that. Now, we could talk about his work rate, we could talk about what he does defensively, but it's not about that. It's about what you do on the offensive side of things, because that's why we like Gabriel Martinelli, what he does in front of goal. It's not always about having to defend 24/7. It's about getting forward as well, and maybe you can blame that on tactics, systems, formations, whatever, but for Gabriel Martinelli, it's just really unfortunate to see the player that he's come right now, because a lot of people have had high expectations, especially Saka, seeing what level he's gone up to. I thought Martinelli, who was once touted as the next Luis Suarez, will get into that sort of level. I'm sure a lot of people might have forgotten that, but I definitely didn't, because I saw him live and that's what people were saying. But I think a lot of this season is going to be determined on Gabriel Martinelli. I know what other players are going to give me, but if Gabriel Martinelli can somehow reclaim that form in 2023, if he can get that confidence back, get that look in his eye, that determination, and just work on his dribbling and his finishing, then he can hopefully really prove the doubters wrong, and I hope he does. I hope he can just reclaim that form. I know a lot of people have given up. A big part of me has given up as well, but now that he's at the club and he isn't going anywhere for the time being, I want to give him my support and just hopefully he does prove a lot of people wrong. But yeah, Gabriel Martinelli, last chance saloon. This is it. If this don't work out, then he's got to move on next summer, man. It is what it is. Been there for a very long time. I get it. 4th division in Brazil, blah, blah, blah. But this isn't a charity. If you're not producing enough, then you got to move on. But anyhow, that's my thoughts on Gabriel Martinelli. Please like and subscribe, share the video. Hope to see you soon in the next video. And hopefully, let's see something new this season.